Bonjour fellow racer and welcome. Komakopa here for a new VR track guide video with a little French twist. Let's dive into it and don't forget to like and subscribe. And today we are at Lago Maggiore or Lake Maggiore in Italy in my 911 with medium tires. As always, a good exit of the last turn to prepare for the long straight, and here we go. So as soon as possible on throttle on the exit and then full gas until the first brake marker. That brake marker is the end of the pit wall on your left, heavy braking and tail braking in second gear until the apex of the first turn. And then go back on throttle until you see the end of that white mark on your right. This is the second braking point. Stay as much as you can on the curb. This is a trend for that track here at Lago Maggiore. It's to cut as much curb as you can. Be careful on the exit because you are still steering a lot, but as soon as you can, go full throttle and go on the right of the track. You don't have to brake for the next corner, just lift. And the marker to lift is where those two white lines cross each other. A little lift and then cut as much as you can as the white curb. Control your throttle to stay on the left part of the track. If you are going too fast, you will naturally go on the right. You don't want that. You want to stay on the left to prepare the next corner. I don't really have a clear braking point for this one, but you can look at the marshal on the right and brake before it. What is really important here is to be as close as you can at the apex. We all have a tendency to brake too late for that corner. Just remember to brake early and hit the apex. This is a long straight now, so you know the rule. The exit is really important. As soon as you can, on throttle and gain maximum speed to go to the next braking point. And this is the end of sector 1. The braking point for that corner is the end of the gray patch on your left. Heavy braking, trail braking to the apex, and then go back on throttle. This is tricky here to go back on throttle, so be really careful and go gently, but you also want to gain maximum speed until the next corner. For the next corner, I brake right past the beginning of the curb on the right. A little tap on the brake to be able to cut the first left as much as you can, and then go back on throttle to take the right corner on the curb, lift a little bit for the left to be able to cut the white part of the curb, and then full throttle because it's a long straight, so you need to be on throttle as soon as you can. Always remember that it's really specific to the car. I know with some other car like the Supra, you can take that whole section full throttle. With the Porsche, you have to lift a little bit. You have to adjust your driving style depending on the car you are in. And this marks the end of sector 2. The next corner is a little tricky because of the angle of the corner, but just remember you can carry way more speed than you think, and major rule here, cut that corner. Very easy braking point. That's the black box on your left. You brake heavy, go down some gear and cut the corner and go back on gas as soon as you can. If you take the next section right, you don't have to brake at all. What is important is your turning point. So the first turning point is the beginning of that curb. And then you have to transfer the weight of the car on the other side as soon as you can to be able to cut the right corner and the right curb as much as possible. For this corner, the braking marker is that structure on your right. Go down to second to help with the rotation, but also cut the curb as much as you can. And then it's important to look at where you are going. Aim for that curb there and the next braking point. The next braking point is that difference in the curb, you know, like when the curb red and white is going smaller, that's exactly where you want to brake. Go down one gear, cut that corner, and then full throttle as soon as possible. We arrived to the last corner now, and the braking point is that black patch on the curb. Brake heavy, go down one gear, and try to be on the apex as much as you can.
And that's the final straight, so you know the rule. Go full throttle as soon as you can on the exit of that last turn. And that is enough for 155.8. And let's now watch a full lap with keywords to remember all the breaking points. Let's go.